Did you know that the Ethiopian Bible holds secrets that most people have never even heard of? Imagine discovering why certain powerful books, like the Book of Enoch, the Book of Giants, and more than 14 other mysterious writings, were left out of the Bible we know today. Today, we're going to reveal the hidden truths they don't want you to know. But before we dive in, welcome to Talk of Jesus, where we uncover the fascinating stories and hidden layers of biblical history. If you enjoy our content, make sure to subscribe, and we'll keep bringing you more eye-opening videos. Let's talk about Ethiopia, a country unlike any other in Africa because it was never colonized. This independence allowed Ethiopia to preserve some of the oldest and most genuine biblical histories, including many original texts that were removed from the Bible we know today. But what are these mysterious texts, known as the Apocrypha? Let's uncover the mystery together. The Apocrypha is a collection of ancient books that were once part of some versions of the Bible, but were later excluded. The word Apocrypha comes from Greek, meaning hidden or secret. These texts contain religious teachings that, while not included in the Hebrew Bible, still hold deep significance for many. Different Christian groups have different sets of books they consider as Holy Scripture, known as the biblical canon. For example, the Bible you might have at home contains 66 books, but in the Ethiopian Bible, there are many more, offering a much wider view of biblical history. So, why isn't the Ethiopian Bible as well known? The answer lies in its uniqueness. The Ethiopian Bible is not just a book. It's a treasure that tells the story of the world from the very beginning to the end of time, covering events that you won't find in any other historical text. Stay with us as we explore the reasons behind its hidden status and the incredible truths it contains. The mystery of the Ethiopian Bible begins with its very existence. Why isn't this ancient and revered text more widely known? The answer is tied to the complex history and politics of the early Christian church. The choices made long ago about which texts to include in the Bible and which to leave out have shaped how we see and understand the Bible today. One reason the Ethiopian Bible might be less familiar is because no one was there at the beginning of time to witness and write down the creation of the world, making it difficult to authoritatively document such events. But the history of this Bible is truly fascinating. Unlike the Bibles most of us know, the Ethiopian Bible contains 88 books, including unique texts like the Book of Enoch and the Book of Jubilees. These ancient writings cover both the Old and New Testaments, and some are found nowhere else. Ethiopia has a long and deep connection to Christianity, having embraced the faith as early as the 4th century, long before it spread to many other parts of the world. In fact, Ethiopia became a haven for Christians fleeing persecution from other kingdoms and empires, demonstrating its strong and enduring faith tradition. One powerful story from the Bible highlights Ethiopia's early embrace of Christianity. In the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 8, there's a story about Philip and an Ethiopian eunuch. This story is significant because it shows how Christianity began to spread beyond the Jewish community, reaching far and wide, even to the heart of Africa. Let's take a journey back in time to a remarkable story from the early days of Christianity. Philip, one of the 7 deacons chosen to help lead the early church, is guided by an angel of the Lord to head south from Jerusalem toward Gaza. Along the way, he meets an Ethiopian eunuch, a powerful official working under Queen Candace of Ethiopia, who was in charge of her entire treasury. This eunuch had just come from Jerusalem, where he had been worshiping, and was on his way back home, reading aloud from the book of Isaiah as he traveled. When Philip hears the eunuch reading, he approaches him and asks, "Do you understand what you're reading?" The eunuch admits that he needs help and invites Philip to join him in his chariot. The passage the eunuch was reading, Isaiah 53:7-8, was puzzling to him. He wondered whether the prophet was talking about himself or someone else. Philip sees this as the perfect chance to share the story of Jesus, starting right from the scripture the eunuch was reading. The eunuch is deeply moved by Philip's explanation of the gospel. When they come across some water, the eunuch eagerly asks to be baptized. Philip baptizes him right there on the spot. Immediately after, the Spirit of the Lord whisks Philip away to another place, and the eunuch continues on his journey, filled with joy. He likely brought his new faith back to Ethiopia, making this encounter a key moment in the spread of Christianity beyond the Jewish community. This story is significant because it shows how the early Christian church began to reach out to people from different backgrounds, spreading the message of Jesus far and wide. It also highlights the power of the Holy Spirit in guiding and expanding the faith. Fast forward to the 5th century, and we see another important moment for Ethiopian Christianity. The Bible was translated into Ge'ez, the ancient language of Ethiopia, making the scriptures accessible to the Ethiopian people in their own language for the first time. This translation allowed them to engage directly with the Word of God, helping to build a strong and lasting Christian culture in Ethiopia. The Ethiopian Bible is special because it includes different books and has a unique history compared to other Christian Bibles. To understand why it's different, let's look at how the Bible as we know it was put together. A long time ago, church leaders met in important gatherings like the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD and the First Council of Constantinople in 381 AD. They had to decide which books should be included in the Bible. Their main rules were that a book should be written by someone who knew Jesus personally or was an apostle, and it should fit well with other accepted scriptures. Many texts didn't make the cut and were left out. Later, in the early 1600s, King James I of England wanted to create a Bible that would unify Christianity. He commissioned the King James Bible, which also followed similar rules for including books and left out many of the ones in the Ethiopian Bible. The King James Bible became very popular and widely available thanks to the invention of the printing press, making it one of the most common Bible versions. The Ethiopian Bible is less known mainly because it's written in an ancient language called Ge'ez, which is not widely understood today. Also, the Ethiopian Orthodox Church has its own unique traditions that set it apart from other Christian groups. Despite these differences, the Ethiopian Bible provides a fascinating view of early Christian beliefs and practices. It includes texts that other Bibles don't, offering insights into the faith and traditions of one of the world's oldest Christian communities. The Ethiopian Bible offers a richer and more detailed account of the creation story and the lives of important biblical figures than other Bibles. It provides extra insights into the lives of the patriarchs, like Abraham and Moses, and how Jewish laws and customs were established. One interesting difference is how it handles time. While traditional Jewish calendars follow the lunar cycle, based on the moon, the Ethiopian Bible uses a solar calendar, based on the sun. It also divides time into cycles called jubilees, which are 49-year periods, and tries to align biblical events with this unique timeline. The Ethiopian Bible includes special texts that aren't found in other Christian Bibles. For example, it has the Ascension of Isaiah and the Apocalypse of Peter, which discuss early Christian ideas about the end of the world and what happens after death. This makes the Ethiopian Bible stand out from other Christian Bibles like the Protestant, Catholic, and Eastern Orthodox versions. The Catholic Bible, for instance, has 73 books and includes some additional texts not found in the Protestant Bible. However, it doesn't have the unique books that the Ethiopian Bible includes, which gives us a different perspective on early Christian beliefs. The Ethiopian Bible is famous for including some special books that aren't found in other Christian Bibles. Two notable ones are the Book of Enoch and the Book of Jubilees. These texts are important in Ethiopia's version of the Bible and offer intriguing stories about angels, demons, and the origins of sin, which you won't find in other Christian scriptures. For example, the Book of Enoch provides a vivid description of fallen angels and their interactions with humans. This book has had a big impact on how people think about sin and redemption, shaping both religious and cultural ideas. Deciding which books to include in the Bible was a complex process. Early church leaders chose texts based on whether they were written by apostles or eyewitnesses of Jesus, whether they fit with other accepted scriptures, and how spiritually beneficial they were for the Christian community. One well-known biblical story is about Moses leading the Israelites out of Egypt, a tale central to both Jewish and Christian traditions. This story shows the Israelites' journey from slavery to freedom. It also highlights the role of regions like Ethiopia in biblical history. For example, the Queen of Sheba's visit to King Solomon, mentioned in 1 Kings, demonstrates the rich cultural and knowledge exchange between Ethiopia and Israel, providing a deeper understanding of these ancient civilizations. In the New Testament, there's an important story in the book of Acts about an Ethiopian eunuch who converts to Christianity. This is one of the first times we see Christianity spreading into Africa. This story is significant because it shows how Christianity welcomed people from all backgrounds and how powerful understanding and sharing the scriptures can be. The Ethiopian Bible is much more than just a collection of religious texts. It's a window into the early spread of Christianity and Ethiopia's deep Christian roots. It helps us appreciate Ethiopia's role in preserving unique biblical stories and enriches our understanding of early Christian beliefs and practices. As for Noah, yes, the man who built the ark, the aftermath of the flood is crucial in the Bible. Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, were given blessings that weren't just about their family, but were seen as predictions about the future of different nations and cultures. Ham, in particular, is noted in the Bible as the ancestor of many African peoples. This connection is important because it shows how the Bible links Noah's descendants to the formation of various civilizations and cultures, including those in Africa. Ham's family tree is full of fascinating historical connections that link him to many regions in modern Africa. For instance, his descendant Cush is tied to the lands we now call Sudan and Ethiopia, known for their ancient civilizations and important roles in history. Another of Ham's descendants, Mizraim, is associated with Egypt, a country with a rich history that has deeply influenced both ancient and modern cultures. Ham also had other sons, including Put and Canaan. The descendants of Canaan, for example, are the Canaanites who lived in what we now know as Israel and Palestine, a region with a long and significant history. These family connections show how the Bible weaves together different cultures and histories. By looking at these genealogies, we not only learn about ancient civilizations, but also gain insights into their spiritual and cultural legacies. This exploration helps us understand how our histories are intertwined and reveals the shared roots that connect us all. Each name and story in the Bible gives us a glimpse into the lives of those who have influenced the spiritual and historical landscape of our world. The scriptures present an elaborate genealogy that not only traces the dispersion of Noah's descendants, but also lays the foundation for the historical and cultural development of extensive regions. Ham's lineage, particularly through his son Cush, is associated with the territory encompassing Egypt, including present-day Sudan. Cush is widely regarded as an ancestor of various groups, notably the Nubians, underscoring the Bible's role in documenting the African civilization's ancestry. Contrary to the prevailing misconception that the curse of Ham portrays African descendants negatively, the Bible chronicles the widespread influence and expansion of Ham's lineage throughout Africa, thus highlighting their pivotal contribution to the continent's rich history. The genealogical records go beyond a mere listing of names. They intricately weave a narrative of migration, settlement, and cultural interchange. This extensive dispersion across continents emphasizes the Bible's intricate depiction of human history, revealing how the diverse tapestry of cultures and peoples that inhabit the earth originated from one family, the family of Noah. Each of Noah's sons, in accordance with their blessings and roles, contributes to a version of the text that employs a more formal tone in English. The foundations for the future of their descendants were laid by Noah, as depicted in Genesis 9:25-27. These prophetic blessings not only foretold the geographical dispersion of his sons, but also foreshadowed the spiritual and cultural characteristics that would define their progeny. The special connection between Shem and God, emphasized in Noah's blessing, signifies a covenantal lineage that would perpetuate the monotheistic traditions fundamental to both Judaism and Islam. The Bible, through these genealogies, transcends its role as a mere historical document, serving as a divine revelation that provides insights into the spiritual and moral dynamics that have shaped human civilization. These accounts of origins and migrations hold not only genealogical significance but also profound theological implications, reflecting the unfolding of God's plan for humanity in the aftermath of the flood. As we explore these narratives, we are reminded of the profound interconnectedness of the human family and the enduring relevance of these ancient texts in comprehending our collective past. By tracing the lineages and migrations detailed in the Bible, we gain a deeper understanding of the intricate tapestry of human history and the divine narrative that has guided it. The Canaanites, renowned for their sophisticated urban societies and vibrant cultural traditions, played a crucial role in the development of the Middle Eastern region, as narrated in various biblical accounts. Canaan's story, deeply rooted in the Middle East, is integral to comprehending the broader history of Ham's descendants. This connection underscores the intertwined destinies of peoples and emphasizes that the descendants of Ham not only shaped African history, but also exerted significant influence on the civilizations of the Middle East. The genealogy of Canaan is meticulously detailed in Genesis chapter 10, listing his sons, including Sidon, Heth, and several others, who established the principal Canaanite tribes. These tribes, the various tribes, each possessing their own distinct identities and territories, played a significant role in shaping the cultural landscape of the region. The narratives surrounding these tribes offer valuable insights into the early geopolitical dynamics of the Middle East, shedding light on the interactions, conflicts, and alliances that have shaped its history. The lineage of Ham's descendants serves as a testament to the far-reaching spread of human civilization across continents and highlights the profound impact that these early peoples have had on world history. From the influential presence of Cush in the regions that would later become Ethiopia and Sudan, to the enduring legacy of Mizraim in Egypt, each of Ham's sons established lineages that have left indelible marks on both Africa and the Middle East. The genealogical account provided in the Bible serves as more than a mere historical record. It presents a framework for comprehending the profound connections between diverse cultures and the shared heritage of humanity. By meticulously tracing the lineages of Shem, Ham, and Japheth, the Bible not only charts the physical dispersion of Noah's descendants, but also constructs a narrative that spans cultural, ethical, and spiritual dimensions. This comprehensive genealogical mapping aids in appreciating the intricate tapestry of human history and the interdependence of various civilizations. Immersing ourselves in these narratives serves as a reminder of the abundant diversity within the human family and the lasting impact of these ancient lineages on our contemporary world. Exploring these genealogies prompts us to reflect on the broader implications of these narratives in understanding the origins and migrations of peoples, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the ongoing influence of these ancient cultures on present-day society. Each name and lineage within these biblical accounts encapsulates a tale of survival, adaptation, and influence, thereby enriching our comprehension of human history and its continuous unfolding. The biblical genealogies provide a captivating journey through time, delving into the deep historical roots and lasting legacies of these ancient figures. They prompt us to reflect on the intricate interconnectedness of our histories and how these ancient texts offer insights into the forces that have shaped the human experience over millennia. Egyptian society skillfully blended cherished traditions with innovative ideas, propelling cultural and technological advancements. The historical narrative of Egypt, rooted in the legacy of Mizraim and his descendants, portrays a civilization that exuded vibrancy and achieved remarkable feats. Moreover, this narrative underscores the profound influence of geography on cultural and political development. Situated at the crossroads of Africa and the Near East, Egypt served as a cultural melting pot and a pivotal hub for interactions among diverse civilizations. These interactions enriched Egyptian culture, elevating it to one of the most sophisticated in the ancient world. The enduring reverence towards Egypt's contributions to art, architecture, science, and governance persists to this day. The enduring legacy of Ham's descendants is of great significance, symbolizing their lasting impact. The story of Mizraim, a key figure in the Bible, helps us understand how the ancient Egyptian civilization began. Mizraim is considered one of the descendants of Noah, and by looking at his family tree and where his descendants went, we can learn about the spread of people and the rise of ancient cultures. This helps us see how different groups of people moved around and influenced each other, shaping the history we know today. The Bible uses Mizraim's story to highlight how people's actions and cultures impact history. It shows that the choices made by individuals and communities not only affect their own time, but also have a lasting influence on future generations. By studying Mizraim and his descendants, we get a clearer picture of how geography, culture, and history come together to shape the lives of people across the world. Understanding these biblical stories in their historical and cultural context is crucial. It helps clear up misunderstandings and corrects past errors, giving us a more accurate view of history. By exploring these ancient narratives, we gain valuable insights into how history unfolded and how divine influence may have guided its course. Nimrod's exceptional prowess as a formidable hunter in the presence of the Lord signifies far more than mere physical strength or hunting prowess. It epitomizes qualities of leadership, vitality, and the ability to safeguard and advance one's communities. This portrayal, depicted in the book of Genesis, serves to underscore the esteemed attributes cherished by the societies from which these narratives originated, namely courage, guidance, and resourcefulness. The cities established by Nimrod, notably Babel, are deeply enmeshed in biblical lore associated with the Tower of Babel account. This narrative explores themes of human ambition, divine intervention, and the proliferation of languages. It contemplates the intricate relationship between human endeavors and divine providence, effectively illustrating how Nimrod's endeavors reached a pivotal juncture in biblical history, elucidating the dispersion of peoples and languages across the globe. Nimrod's role in these foundational tales positions him as a linchpin in the evolution of urban civilization in the ancient Near East. His accomplishments in city building underscore the transition from nomadic tribes to settled communities, which ultimately laid the groundwork for subsequent empires. These urban centers facilitated cultural advancement and propelled societal progress. The exchange of ideas and trade played a pivotal role in fostering the growth of some of the earliest civilizations in the world. Additionally, the mention of Nimrod and the cities he founded highlights the interconnectedness of ancient peoples. The regions mentioned in Genesis were cultural melting pots, where various ethnicities and cultures influenced one another through trade, warfare, and migration. This interconnectivity is a crucial aspect in comprehending ancient history, as it underscores the dynamic nature of human interactions and the fluid boundaries of ancient states and cultures. Nimrod's narrative also serves as a foundational story for comprehending the significance of leadership and vision in the ancient world. It provides a historical and cultural context for the emergence of powerful rulers who possessed the ability to mobilize resources and people to construct monumental cities and societal structures. This capability to organize and unify diverse groups under a single leadership vision is emblematic of the biblical characters descended from Cush, reflecting their profound impact on historical developments. The account of Nimrod and his founding of cities encompasses not only the physical establishment of these urban centers, but also the cultural and societal advancements that accompanied their development. It represents a narrative of civilization itself, encompassing themes of progress, ambition, and the intricate interplay between divine providence and human agency. By delving into these chronicles, we not only explore the intricate tapestry of biblical history, but also gain profound insights into the broader human narrative. A narrative that showcases how diverse peoples from various backgrounds have contributed to the formation of civilizations worldwide. Nimrod's story, akin to those of his predecessors, prompts us to ponder upon the enduring legacy of ancient figures whose lives and actions continue to resonate within the historical consciousness and cultural heritage of present-day societies. The association between Nimrod and African peoples, as depicted in the Bible, is deeply ingrained in the biblical genealogy, where Ham is portrayed as the ancestor of several African nations. This narrative intertwines with the cultural and historical significance of regions such as Sudan and Ethiopia. The proposition that Ham might be interred in these regions not only signifies a geographical correlation, but also acknowledges his cultural influence on the local populations. While lacking concrete archaeological evidence, such conjectures emphasize the enduring legacy of biblical figures in the collective memory and cultural identity of diverse communities. In Ethiopia, for instance, the legend of Ham's burial may intertwine with the historical narratives of the Queen of Sheba and her son Menelik, who is believed to have brought the Ark of the Covenant to Ethiopia. These stories, integral to the national mythology, directly connect back to Ham's biblical lineage, further solidifying his role in the establishment of their national identity. Similarly, in Sudan, local lore might incorporate Ham's legacy within the context of the ancient kingdoms of Nubia, which had significant interactions with early Egyptian civilization, historically linked to Ham through his descendant Mizraim, Egypt. The cultural narratives may position Ham within the lineage of rulers or as a patriarchal figure, establishing a connection with the splendor of the Nubian and Kushite kingdoms. These cultural interpretations and local legends exemplify a widespread human inclination to establish a link with the past by associating legendary figures with specific landscapes. Such narratives serve to enhance the local history and imbue the land with a profound historical and spiritual significance, bridging the present with the biblical past. Furthermore, the investigation of these narratives offers valuable insights into the integration of biblical stories within the framework of cultural identity, exerting influence on perceptions and traditions. It exemplifies the profound impact of biblical genealogies, not only in shaping historical and cultural comprehension, but also in fostering a sense of affiliation and continuity among the descendants of these ancient figures. Although the precise details regarding Ham's life, such as his age and place of burial, remain obscured by the passage of time, the legacy of his progeny and their foundational role in diverse civilizations continues to be revered through narratives, cultural customs, and historical inquiries. This amalgamation of history, legend, and biblical narrative serves as a testament to the enduring influence of these ancient figures and the timeless essence of the stories that persistently inspire and enlighten subsequent generations. This exploration into the biblical origins and accounts of Ham and his descendants not only enhances our comprehension of historical narratives, but also emphasizes our ongoing duty to meaningfully engage with our past. By recognizing and appreciating the diverse contributions of all individuals, we can establish a more inclusive and equitable future, firmly grounded in the teachings of love found in the scriptures. I trust that you have gained valuable insights from this video. Kindly show your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing, and we look forward to welcoming you in our upcoming content.